So much for you. You come in desolation. So much for you. Constant fabrication for what's to come. Yeah, what's to come your way. It's all been written down, down, down. I said, well, what's to come? Yeah, what's to come your way? It's all been written down, written down, and I feel the changes. Change is gonna come. I said I feel so alive. And you know I feel the changes a change is gonna give. Okay, welcome to another episode of the Apocalypse. I am your guide, Nicholas. Can you feel the change? It's here, and more is coming. Let us begin. Well, I wrote some notes yesterday. It's a video I meant to do yesterday afternoon, actually, which I've now combined into something more. And it's when I saw a headline, Meta eliminates fact-checking. Where else do you see headlines like a major corporation, one of the most major, has eliminated fact-checking? Where else do you see that but in a dystopian nightmare? You're living in it because the headline exists. And I gotta say this, you better ban them before they ban the truth, because banning the truth, that's the goal. Zuckerberg's admitting it right here, and Zuckerberg's mad that we haven't given him enough credit for the efforts to try and turn his website back from a right-wing hellscape full of Russian trolls and bots. He's mad at us and the government and others for not giving him credit for doing that. After, a couple decades of taking Russian money and platforming Russian shills. Some of them, I guarantee, are still platformed right now that the whole world knows they're paid shills for Russia. Yet fact-checking is what needs to be eliminated. Not shills for Russia, not the billions, Facebook, Google, Instagram, Twitter. Not the billions they made. That doesn't need to be eliminated. What needs to limit? How did they word that again? Fact-checking needs to be eliminated. We're going to let the community do it. Wait a minute, that sounds like socialism. I don't like that. So again, the point I want to make about this is the websites have been down with this for years, and they got together, or they're following each other's lead. They want to nice everything up. They want you to forget they all took billions, made billions off of Pizzagate, all the bullshit they pumped. Now they want to disavow all those people. And people that tell the truth. They don't want the truth around either. Here's the evidence. The headline, Meta eliminates fact-checking. Well, why would you do that? unless you don't want the truth out there. Or, here's another reason. You know what's coming is so vile, and so many lies will be told, because so many were told to get here, that you can't have that pesky truth around, and that's any of the websites. You got Leon Scum saying we're going to have less negativity on the website and we're going to enforce that. That means you can't talk about famous people any way you want to, even though famous people say whatever the fuck they want. Why? Because people talk about Leon. That's why. He doesn't want the negativity. And then, the next day, he'll call somebody a retard. In plain English. Or, an adjudicated criminal will try and scour the website of people they made billions of dollars off of and pretend they didn't take Vlad's money for years. And then they'll try and get rid of guys like me as well. So again, I say, best ban the truth. Best ban them before they ban the truth. Excuse me. Forgive me for saying it like that. That's horrible. It's not what I mean. Number 2, Trudeau out. Annexation talk ramping up. They want negativity, in quotes, gone. What did YouTube say? Maintain a positive channel history. All these new phrases we never heard before. You know why? Because they're straight out of dystopian nightmare. That's why. They all know what's coming. They know there's going to be so much vileness, evil, and lies, and there's going to be a lot of people that want to point it out and say, hey, look at all this bad stuff going on. And this person that's doing it, that has $200 billion, or this orange guy that's still in it. They can't have that in the new dystopian nightmare, authoritarian dream that they want. And the websites are all too happy to sweep this all under the rug and pretend now that they're cleaning up the websites, when they just want to erase from history that they made billions off of Pizzagate and all those wackos they call wackos now. And they can't have people like me telling the truth. Oh no. Oh no. So they want negativity gone. Here's the question. Who decides what is negative? One random oligarch who bought a website with Saudi, Russian, and Puff Daddy money? He gets to decide? That doesn't sound fair. So that's a pretty important question, just like who gets to decide what free speech is. Anyway, if I say Google is an adjudicated criminal, is that negative? Or is it simply the truth? You decide. If I say that a rock star and his wife cut a daughter from a prior marriage out of the rock star's will, is that considered negative? Or is it simply the truth? They want to ban truth. Better ban them before they ban truth. My next set of notes, quickly. The owners of all major social media and tech and others like Bezos got together and planned this course of action. Oh, did you hear about Bezos? Bought a documentary, $40 million, regarding Melania. Do you know what we call that? Back in the neighborhood. Money laundering. A bribe. That's just what we call it. So Bezos gave $1 million. Now he gave 40 more for a Melania documentary. Told you guys weren't getting off for $1 million. And you ain't getting off for 41 million. I'm going to keep a running tally of how much of the major websites, the major oligarchs, all gave in total. And I won't even add the money they gave prior to the election in donations. So, kiss ass prior. I look forward to doing that. So they got together and planned this course of action. Hold on, I lost my place. They want the truth gone because they know what's about to happen. Looting and abominations upon America and the democratic world. This new world does not include the truth. It's happening fast. That's my point. Sorry, lost my place again. When Donnie's shitbags won, it was like a switch went off and let all of Vlad's parties know this is our moment. Just like when the mob sent men to kill me, they saw me alone and said, this is our moment. We on the clock. Let's get over there. We in a hurry. And believe me, I recognized as them being in a hurry. Wasn't a casual, hey, what's up, man? Can we talk to you for a sec? No. That was their moment, and that's what you people don't understand. The people that are taking this lightly, the people that think I'm being dramatic, the people just in general going about their business. They don't understand what's about to happen. Shit like this. Trump's incoming chief of staff, Susie Wiles, lays down the law for Trump's second term. Says there will be no drama. I don't welcome people who want to work solo or be a star, aka, what does that mean? You better do what the dictator wants you to do or we're throwing you to the wolves immediately. They ain't fucking around this time. That's what that means. My team and I will not tolerate backbiting. Remember how many leaks and stuff happened last time? They ain't tolerating it this time. Second guessing inappropriately or drama. Well, any second guessing would be inappropriate. Be inappropriate in this dystopian nightmare, I'm sure. Or drama. Well, Donnie is drama. Come on. These are counterproductive to the mission. Well, what's the mission? Whose mission are you on? Miss Wiles and Mr. Orange Thing? Satan's mission? Is that the mission we're talking about? Globalism, as Alex Jones would call it? Where we don't have any borders? Just random oligarchies? Because Donnie's all about it now. Donnie don't need no stinking borders no more. So much for that whole nationalism thing, huh, guys? Does she know who she's working for, the guy says at the end. That was someone's post I read. Again, what I told you before. They're not playing this time. They removed the guardrails. They're going to dismantle them as quick as possible. Whatever's left, the military, whatever. It's only sycophancy now. There was a point I wanted to make. Oh, this is our moment. Yes, do you notice how happy Peter Thiel, Elon Musk, Donald Trump, etc., certain other people are? This thing that happened in South Korea with the president declaring martial law, that only happened because Donnie won. That would not have happened had Donnie not won. That was the go-ahead. This is our moment. All that stuff we said the liberals were going to do, we're going to do that now. And no one can do jack shit about it. Because I'm surrounded by sycophants. And they all recognize this is our moment. All that stuff, again, this is coming from me. All that stuff they told you was happening all the time. Teachers you've listened to. People that claim to know what's up. I never said it was happening. I'm saying it's happening now. This is not normal or logical. It makes no damn sense. It's almost as if it's supernatural. This man is starting to impress me more and more. Adam Kinzinger. He and I politically could not be any more different, or our view of how the world should be. But there's one place where we kind of meet. And I'm impressed with this man more and more. You know who he's reminding me of? Joe Biden. Adam Kinzinger says he won't take a pardon if Joe offers him one. What? That don't make sense. That don't sound right. What politician wouldn't take a pardon if offered when they know what's coming? They know this authoritarian wants his head specifically and Liz Cheney's. Donnie Shitbags. Oh, he wants those two bad. Real bad. Let me continue. Kinzinger adds that if Trump comes after him, he'll be twice as much a pain in Trump's backside and will speak out against Trump from jail. Sounds like Kinzinger wants jail. Might as well oblige him. This is some cultist that wrote that at the bottom. Might as well oblige him. See, cultists, rubes, people that never lived through dictatorship, they love to point to an enemy and say, lock him up, throw him in prison. Again, rubes. Take it from a student of history. Here's how it would come to your door. A country says they're going to round up a bunch of brown-skinned people. You don't happen to be brown-skinned. Maybe you're white. So you don't think it's going to affect you. And this new kind of authoritarian thing starts happening. But you think you're on the side of it. You think it's going to protect you. Hey, maybe you're a guy that likes to talk smack sometimes, make jokes, whatever. You're out in your front yard. Maybe your child is around, your wife is around, your brother's around, your whoever, your neighbor. And you make a comment about dear leader, just joking around. Maybe you say he looked really orange today or something. I don't know. And the neighbor makes a phone call. Next thing you know, you got men knocking on your door. Even though you part of the cult. You criticize dear leader. Too late. That's when you realize, oh shit, I knew this was wrong the whole time, but I never thought it would hurt me. I heard some of you say that I never thought it would hurt me. Thought it was only going to hurt other people. I actually heard some of you cultists say that out loud. That's one way how it can come knocking on your door, despite you not belonging to one of the groups being rounded up at the moment. Little children. Back to Kinzinger, one of the few heroes of this time in his way. This man is saying, I'm willing to go to jail for my country. To stand up to this idea that authoritarianism is cool. And although I belong to that party that helps him get here, I had to make my stand and walk away from him. Because I'm a Christian. And I believe in America. Do I think this man's, all his perspectives and actions are Christian? No, he was part of the Republican Party. I'd probably be repulsed by most of his votes on different matters. But at the very least, this man said, I don't like what I'm seeing. I'm seeing a cult. I'm seeing a nationalist movement. I'm seeing authoritarianism. I'm seeing a guy who tried to overthrow the government. And despite making all kinds of enemies that used to be my friends, despite losing my entire political career, I'm going to take a stand and say I can't be part of this no more. How many humans would do that? In today's world, where everybody's fucking scared. Joe Biden allowing his son to take the hit when he could have pardoned him at any moment. Could have pardoned him the second he realized people were coming after him. Love of country. That's why these men do what they do in these instances. It's the only explanation. Who wouldn't take a fucking pardon with a maniac like Donnie Shitbags breathing down their neck? Someone who's got some balls, that's who. And who wants to make a statement. Because he knows he's being watched by something far more powerful than Donnie Shitbags will ever be. I'm starting to be really impressed with this man. Again, even though me and him, we don't agree with shit politically. You don't see humans like that in this world. Very rare. Elon dropping into countries' domestic policies will have an effect for sure, but he doesn't criticize Russia in any way, shape, or form. A bunch of people made that point today and yesterday, and I thought, that's a great point. Why doesn't Elon ever criticize China or Russia? I wonder why. Why does Elon only criticize democracies? You decide why he does that. Here's someone that noticed certain things at certain times with Leon Scum. And they put it in bullet point form. Gets caught liking porn. Makes likes private. He did this to Twitter. His ex-wife blocks him. Changes the way blocking works. Yes, you can block people, but that blocked person can still see what you write. It used to not be that way. So once one of Elon's exes or whatever blocked him, he just changed the blocking function. Because, he bought the website with Saudi and Russian and Puff Daddy money, so he can do whatever he wants. Much better than the old system, right, Rubes? Of course it is. Notices everyone on his post comments in shitting on him. Okay, so negative comments about him on his posts. Announces he will penalize any tweet deemed as negative. Exactly. This person is spot on. This Leon Scum guy, total snowflake, total thin skin. He needs to be loved by everyone. He's a very manipulatable person. He's a very bitter person. He's a very socially awkward person. He doesn't know how to be human. And he takes insults very poorly. So he has an entire website that he can manipulate. Whenever, an ex-wife blocks him, like they said, he gets caught liking some porn. Everyone's being mean to him in the comment section. The guy who incites, invasions of Britain is worried about someone calling him a monarch or whatever they're calling him. Let's just keep going. Oh, here's a headline. Trump suggests U.S. territorial expansion and airs grievances. And the point I wanted to make with this is, it was in a press conference. It's from the New York Times. The point I wanted to make is, when he first began the annexation talk, people were just like, that's done. They're always like, it's done. Again, until it comes knocking on your door, then you'll realize, oh shit, I should have taken this much more seriously. Anyway. It seems like the annexation talk is ramping up, not simmering down, or not cooling down. I mean, you got, this guy's kids going to Greenland, for a photo op. You got Charlie Kirk, if that's his name, I can't remember. His grifting ass over there, for a photo op. As if to intimidate the people of Greenland and the people that own Greenland. So I guess the question I have for all three of you out there, are you starting to believe me now? That this is more than just talk? And again, once he has possession of the U.S. military, if he surrounded Greenland, what the hell is Denmark going to do? You going to take on the U.S. military? Hell no, that's not going to happen. Dangerous, man. You know, people hear him say these things. They hear his sycophants and cabinet people and other people say these things. And they act like it wasn't said. They act like there's no intention to do it. And once it starts, it's too late. That's what I'm trying to tell all of you. Once the first van is deployed full of goons to go grab a journalist or a podcaster or Adam Kinzinger or Liz Cheney by the administration, by the regime, once that first van is deployed, it's over. In other words, once the line is crossed, very difficult to go back. Hence my warnings for so many years. Despite the losses I've taken of viewers, friends, acquaintances, you know, still saying it. Because it's for their own good, not mine. I don't get jack shit. Except maybe a country where people, you know, don't elect convicted felons. Maybe I would get that out of it. If I survive it, which I probably won't. Elon Musk promoting human trafficking rapists because, well, that's his thing, actually, as the new Epstein 2.0. And that's what Anonymous wrote. And the reason they wrote that is because here Elon or Leon is responding to Andrew Tate, the alleged sex trafficker from Romania. And Andrew says, we're back. Join us at blah, blah, blah. We're taking Britain back to greatness. The revolution will be televised. Thanks. So you see, the crazies are in Britain and they want your country too. Vlad wants your country and his oligarch buddies, Thale, Musk, etc. Donnie. Hope you don't give it to him like America did. Thanks, bruv, at Elon. The revolution will be televised. Revolution in Britain. Again, so here you have a sex trafficker, alleged sex trafficker, inciting a revolution or invasion of Britain. You have the richest man in the world, oligarch, inciting an invasion of Britain, making a joke out of it. Not sure why it was suspended, but seems to be fixed now. He's talking to Andrew. I guess there was a little problem with Andrew's broadcast or whatever. I'm glad Elon got right on it. When it comes to a sex trafficker, Elon's right on it. One of his children, not so much. Here's just a picture of Donnie Shitbags recently that, oh my God, what have you people done? Just what have you people done? You just don't even... I know it's a football game. I know. It's just so bloody. Do you see what I see? I'm not going to say it. If you can't see it, son, if you can't see what I see, then you must be blind. No words need to be said, I guess, on that. You wanted cheaper eggs and accidentally got a tyrannical group of oligarchs challenging the sovereignty of our closest allies. I can't believe that statement's being said out loud. But they weren't really, Mr. Cooper here, they weren't really mad about eggs. It goes much deeper than that. And I won't get into what they were really mad about. We all know what you are, what everyone else is. We know. And the tyrannical group of oligarchs, some of them, again, Thale, Musk, Donnie, Vlad, other mobsters, criminals, etc., they own your country now, and you just handed it to them. And like a poster said in one of my prior videos, Elon got the presidency for couch cushion money. You guys gave him the country. He didn't need to buy that. That's your reality now. Whether you believe me, agree with me, doesn't matter. Thale owned you, not Soros, not that lie. Thale, Musk, Donnie, Vlad, and others. The Saudis, the Chinese, that's who owns you now. Thanks, Rubes. Oh, and this person said, and no cheaper eggs. Yeah, exactly. No cheaper eggs. There's a guy named Rick Wilson who I absolutely love. He's older and wiser, they said. No more of the crazy like in the COVID pressers, they said. Trump, hold my beer. And this is talking about Trump. Did you hear about this? Trump wants to change the name of the Gulf of Mexico to the Gulf of America. These are really pressing issues in the world, aren't they? They'll definitely put more money in your paycheck, right? And make your rent or mortgage cheaper, make your utilities cheaper, save you some money, lower your taxes. Changing the name of the Gulf, right? That'll do all that. No, it won't do any of that. It's a complete waste of fucking time. And it's the idea of a madman who's, slipping into dementia and sees this as his last great hope to steal as much as he can. And he never has to leave. That's the great thing of surrounding yourself with sycophants. And when you own the Supreme Court, and when you have a majority in the House and a majority in the Senate, and you're about to own the military, no one can tell you to leave. Isn't it great? You don't even have to worry about, pesky elections anymore. I think it's cute that people think we're going to have elections again. I think it's real cute. We get yelled at so much for calling you fuckers Nazis, and the minute you get elected, you're all like, let's take Canada, let's take the UK, let's take Greenland. Exactly. That's Hitler-type talk. Invading all your neighbors. How often have you heard presidents talk about invading our neighbors? Mexico, Canada. Taking Greenland by force. Invading Britain. When have you heard this before? You haven't heard this before. The last time invading Britain was probably discussed is when this country was founded, when we were actually fighting Britain. Now they're quite our ally. This is not normal, folks. But you know this. You know it's wrong, but it's on your team. I don't think that's going to be a good enough excuse. When the question's asked of you, why you participated. But whatever. And what happened to the no new war president? The anti-globalist, anti-deep state president? What happened to that? No more wall talk? No, because they're not pretending anymore. They're putting it right in our face. They're about to loot this place. They don't care about no fucking wall, none of that. They want to loot Canada too. They want to loot Greenland too. They want to loot Britain too. All the major democracies. Once they're gone, it's over. Vlad and the boys and all the various oligarchs can do whatever the fuck they want, any day of the week they want. They don't have to worry about anyone, any police fucking up their, sex trafficking groove, whatever they got going. Whatever the Tate's got going, Just some really great people I'm talking about here. Yeah, so, when your guy is talking like Hitler, none of you people were talking about this before Donnie won the election. About taking Canada, taking Greenland, all this stuff. Now, all of a sudden, these are major issues. So again, I made a joke earlier today when Donnie Shitbags posted a map of the United States, which included Canada. And I said, all those times people made comparisons of Donnie and Hitler, that was just silliness. It's being sarcastic. That's what Hitler would have done had there been a Twitter or a money laundering operation that could put messages out to the masses. Yeah, that's what Hitler would have wrote. Stuff like about taking his neighbors' countries and territories. And taking over canals that the world needs. So yeah, when people call you Nazis, if you're cheering on let's invade Canada, let's annex entire countries, I mean that's World War II talk. But you the rube wouldn't know that. And again, till it comes knocking on your doorstep, this type of talk starts wars. These people are right on our border. A lot of you people, Americans, live on that border. Do you really want a war with your neighbor? There goes, it might cramp your lifestyle a little bit up there in the north. But again, you won't realize it's not a game anymore, that it's not a team sport anymore until it comes knocking on your door. And don't worry, it will. It will. Trust me, it always does. This is the map I was talking about that Donnie Shitbags posted on his money laundering place. Includes Canada and the United States. Yeah, that's real funny, right? Again, all of you out there that own property, business, how would you like if someone just came and took it from you? How would you like if another country came and annexed your state? Wyoming, Minnesota, Iowa, Idaho. How would you like it? You wouldn't, right? Well, the Canadians don't like this talk. They don't think it's funny. In fact, this kind of talk starts wars, gets people real nervous, gets people, gets them trigger fingers itching on them missile buttons. This ain't funny, and it ain't normal, and all you people know it ain't normal, but you still co-signing it anyway. That's a shame. That means, again, it's going to come knocking on your door in ways you didn't think of ahead of time. You thought it was only going to hurt other people. You thought it was funny. You thought watching rights getting taken away from people was funny. You thought Elon banning people was funny. Until he took your money away, all you guys he took the blue checks from. When he took their blue checks, he took their money away that he was paying them. Now they're not part of that program anymore. That's their paycheck. Serious, right? So yeah, it ain't so funny no more when it comes knocking on your door, right? Right-wing podcasters, grifters, liars. But yeah, no problem when he did it to Keith Olbermann. That was hilarious. I know. This person says people have had enough of Elon Musk interfering with our country's democracy when he clearly knows nothing about Britain. It's time to summon the U.S. ambassador to ask why an incoming U.S. official is suggesting the U.K. government should be overthrown. Exactly. Well said. Elon. This is what Elon wrote to that man. Ed Davey is his name. What exactly do I fail to understand about your failure to stop the mass rape of little girls in Britain, you sniveling cretin? As if Elon gives a fuck about rape of little girls. He gives a fuck about helping another democracy go down. That's why he's all down with Farage. That's why he's down with the Nazi party in Germany. The guy doesn't hide it, man. That's why he's down with Donnie Shitbags. That's why he bought the presidency and now owns America. 50%, Vlad owns the other 50%. Wants Canada next. Now aiming at Britain too. Those three major democracies go down, America, Canada, and Britain, it's over. Forget about it. Forget about it. Worldwide, I'm talking about. Got one, got America. Hopefully Canada's smarter than the rubes here. So Elon's calling him a sniveling cretin, this man who stated the straight up truth. And what happened to Elon's credo 2 days ago? Positivity. Sniveling cretin? That's positivity. Eh? Oh, you really meant we just can't make fun of you, you fucking beluga whale. Oh, okay. Again, nothing but hypocrisy and 3-year-old behavior. He calls someone criticizing him for inciting an invasion of his fucking country or a revolution. This fucking child. This obese fucking child. And he's mad that this man is pointing it out. As he sits there in his kingdom with the webs and types it all on the website with his, over 70% bot followers. This message goes out to millions thanks to Russian money, Saudi money, Puff Daddy money, and Leon money, and others. Inciting revolution, inciting invasion. And he's mad at that guy. The guy that's doing all I just told you is mad at the other person, calling him a sniveling cretin. No, son, that's you, son. That's you, Mr. Beluga Whale. You are the sniveling cretin. You are not a man. You're a fucking 3-year-old who's afraid to fight Zuckerberg. And you're inciting all kinds of things in major democracies on behalf of your buddies in Vlad. That's simple. And you ain't tough, and you ain't cool. You the cringest thing. I never saw anyone personify cringe until I saw Leon Scum. This is the thing. Running around calling people retards. 1 second, saying let's all be more positive. The other second, AKA, please don't make fun of me. I just want to be loved because my daddy never loved me. Not even exaggerating. Sniveling cretin, that's a perfect description of himself. Again, the most least self-aware. I mean, he might as well be Grima Wormtongue with some money. That's what he is. He'd sell out anyone for more. Just more. So Elon isn't just inciting or starting problems here, or doesn't just want to own our country. He wants to own Britain. He wants to own Canada. And please, Britain and Canada, be stronger than the rubes here. Don't just hand your country over like these fools did here. Please. Don't be as stupid. And the reason I sang that song in the beginning, Changes, do you see how fast it's changing? Meta gets rid of fact-checking. You only see headlines like that in dystopian nightmares, son. That's where we at. We have an oligarch who owns another website, major social media site, and he says we can't be negative no more, and then he'll call someone a retard the next day, like a third grader, or a sniveling cretin like a third grader. Can ban anyone he wants. Dystopian nightmare. You don't want to acknowledge it, do you? I can acknowledge it. And it's only going to get worse. Like I said, the rhetoric is ramping up, not cooling down. This is their moment again. And again, since the election, you can't feel the change? You can't see all the things happening each day? Ridiculous things? Everyone's making their move now. The big moves. The moves they've been wanting to make for a few decades. They see this as their moment. We will be the proving ground. They own us now. Thanks to the rubes, thanks to the oligarchs and the greedy at the top that are looking for tax cuts when they already have all the money. Looking for deregulation when they already have all the money. Looking for more when they already have all the money. They weren't satisfied with, top tier status in this nation and in this world. They had to have fucking more. And they have an army of fools to do their work at the bottom and vote for it. Defend the oligarchy. An army of zombies that defend it. Because it's the Buffalo Bills, and that's their team. So that's why we're seeing headlines. Everyone knows what's about to happen at the top. Zuckerberg and those types of people. That's why the fact-checking is going away. It's going to be that vile. They can't have it anymore. Anyway, I don't know what else to say. All I know is what I'm seeing is just this rapid intensification, just like those thugs that were sent to kill me. This is our moment. And that's across the globe. Everyone's making the big moves. Dangerous, man. Again, he's talking about Trudeau for a couple weeks. All of a sudden, the leader of Canada is out. Press steamrolled, showing tribute. Oligarchs elbowing each other out of the way to pay tribute. This is not normal. You know it. Even in the cult, you know it. This is not going to a good place, man. So welcome to your new dystopian nightmare. Welcome to the apocalypse. Brought to you by the rubes, the oligarchy, and Vlad fucking Putin. Till the next episode, have a wonderful evening.